The league has found a flag
What the
bearer.
hell? SGE on defense, Liquid on attack.
As they started
This
the
little
year in
screenshot right there.
kickoff. It's the attack side where they'll begin this one. A couple troubles with that last time around, and looking straight to the pistol. All eyes on Monster and how he deals with this double duelist.
That's going for a signature
Already
lock
attack.
once again, Jamal.
8 body shots. It's really nice, man. 4 shots, 4 body shots.
Leading by example.
This is why people are buying sheriffs at the moment. So strong.
Big conversation around Nats in yet another rebuild. Keeping those numbers up, something which he's steadily been able to achieve. And with this double entry on the right-hand side, it's Fizzy left to watch over a gap in the map. He's the next to fall.
It's a
And the writing is
convincing
on the
pistol
wall
right
for the
here, really
pistol
is.
round now. Liquid marching forwards.
Yeah, worrisome
People that are
start
wondering,
from
for Liquid to
SGE.
secure champs, 3 in a row.
As that spike looks to go down
3
in a
games in a row.
5-2.
A Hellcat,
Should be
thank you
next
for the
level
raid.
content,
Hope stream's
but
good. Thank you for that.
Azuri and Monster have had their own moments in the limelight.
Okay, trying to make sure they get that
Absolutely, it's
raise ult
almost the two
early.
top performers sparing the duelist Jamalinho here. But a tall task in front, and Liquid off to another strong start, as they did in the foot game, would definitely help silence some of the doubts surrounding them right now.
One enemy remaining.
Just one more Monster.
That hit as well.
I think he's already been identified. Liquid certainly looking to get
I'm
rid
not
of
messing
the
about with this one. Managed to get camo the kill as well. Like that one.
Nats tightening up the net there, and Liquid looking incredibly efficient on that first round. Slightly reminds me of the last time we saw Abyss in the map pool when he brought out the Outlaw in an overtime round against Fnatic. 2 kills in quick succession. This time it's the Sheriff.
I know, 4 bullets, 4 body shot.
And 2 kills.
And no complaints.
Yeah, I think the biggest talking point is you
I think
said
GSR should play. Nah, I think he just wins on next year.
I mean,
I think they're doing the right
yeah,
approach.
It was great last
It
year,
will
right?
maybe mess
Always
slightly
cover the
with some of the
box, check off
mentals
as
of
well,
people
but
on
as we started
Liquid.
to head later into
But
2026,
I don't think it
he's
should too
actually
much.
been
Because honestly,
outside of the
every
top
roster is
10
going to change
and
next year
outwards
anyway,
that
so it's not
metric
like
is
you're
a
going to be
bit
too
of a
worried
worry
about your spot on the
sign for
team,
Liquid,
because I would
especially
say
in this
most
round
people
as the
knows that
first pick is found by
95%
the
of teams are
defense.
changing, so
Group
probably
of
going to be
classics.
on a different team anyway.
Purpo picked off, and just the
Shouldn't be
Marshall
affecting anyone's mental
recovered
too
for
much.
now. Musashi's been left behind in tree, and as you can see, Liquid still diligent in their approach towards this A site, but there comes a point when the German needs information, and with the door opening up, it is a 1v1.
Well, Rich trying to set up the rest to crunch upon this position. It's kicks to do so.
They probably should have been a little faster. I don't know if the comms...
Rifle collected. Nade looks to be on the
know what the
mark.
comms are like in terms of him getting hit by the Prowler.
No extra weaponry that
Should have
SGE
seen
can
it.
recover from this position, though. Nat's already back on the line with the Bulldog, inviting Camo to play close.
Camera taken out.
Already known about at least one. The nade known, so it's 2 now towards Heaven, but where's the last remaining? It doesn't seem as if Team Liquid have any doubts about this, as all 3 try to approach from the back of sight, and Azuri does well. SGE are in here. Trex, rifle from tree, Nats now from an off angle, which is going to be difficult. The paranoia good, and Team Liquid starting to worry. It's just the last
The
2
smoke
remaining.
is devastating,
Trex
though.
has to try and clutch up, and he's done so well before. A haunt to identify the last
fade eye.
Azuri
Big
ball.
fade eye from
And
Trex.
Liquid scrape through to the next round.
It's nice
The
from
Red
him.
Bull
He's the
clutch.
tether first. He was
Very
up against a
well-handled
double vision block.
situation by
Obviously, the
Trex
Viper
in
doesn't
the
have
end
anything,
on
but
what was otherwise an incredibly messy round. He was the missing piece for this
a
team
little
last year, and
weird for
coming
someone
back
to
in
be able
this
to
stage.
walk out and kill Camo there.
Previous
Also a
game
little bit
against
weird in
Foot,
tree
one
to just
forget.
not capitalize off of
Definitely a bit of a
the
disconnect here on the
Prowler
Liquid
hitting.
front, so they won't come into the follow-up round with all too much. But a bit of a confidence boost for SGE in this first rifle round.
And relief for the Team Liquid fans. As you can see on some
Camo's
of the
position was
faces.
bad. It's fine. Someone should have been holding above him.
Pressure on this team right now to deliver.
Yeah.
Especially with this sort of crowd, it creates a hostile environment. But I think, as the desk was saying, at the same time, you've got to consider what those Eintracht
Yeah, they
players
find the
will be
Vice
feeling.
wall early.
Purple
They got
already
A
testing the
control,
waters of A.
front B control, front C
That's
control.
maybe a bit too cheeky
SGE actually need to
towards
do
B.
something.
He's down to 41 points of
They got a
health.
Prowler front B. That's it. And didn't get that much info.
Team Liquid look to group up towards A.
Yeah, no real proactivity shown by the defender's side at this stage in the round. Musashi still with a Prowler.
EMEA had the weakest year
Wants
this year.
to collect some
Yeah, I
information.
think so,
Fizzy
for sure.
on the jump
Just a
spot,
bad
the
meta
jump
for us.
spot in the
Most of
stairwell.
our
The
strong
first sign of
teams
contact here really is
thrived a
Liquid
little
are
bit because they
scaling
had
towards the A
IGLs
side.
that excelled in a more complicated meta.
I mean, Nat's
This is a
calling
very
this in
simple
from the opposite
meta.
side of the map.
And I feel like those IGLs struggled to simplify it.
The players trying to pivot into the
Which,
next. And Jamalinho
led the way
has
for
seen
other
one
teams,
and
for
got
sure.
a kill. That was Kex. SGE doing not too bad here. Jamalinho
Dude,
with
what happened
another.
here?
What's he doing?
Dude, what happens to
Looking
all
in
of
the
this?
right
30
direction.
seconds left.
And now Trex with 4 to find. And I think at this point, the fans being for blood.
looking good,
The
and
team
then
will give it. SGE with the first
it's
round.
like 3 kills.
Yeah, I mean, caught between two ideas there, Liquid. You could see Nats was on the extremity.
Yeah,
Gap
bad
in the
smoke.
here, perhaps by design, opens up a line for Jamalinho. And he just started to fall all across the map. Was talking about this double duelist partnership.
reckon
on the
they've,
Liquid side. Camel and Purpo trying to piece things together after Mini Boo's
Do you reckon
departure.
smoke on purpose? Must be smoke on
And
purpose.
with Monster in the form that he's having
Pretty
too,
nice.
again, this is just a
You look at
head-to-head
it
that
and
we're
you think it's
constantly looking
connecting here.
towards.
But actually, it's got a little gap. Dude, they got fully owned by it.
From Team Liquid. Kicks
Got a little
TP
gap in the
across.
smoke.
Horn broken.
They're not really wanting to fight. That's the thing. Team Liquid reserved in their approach. And it feels like, rather than playing to win, there's an
You
element
excited to
of
see the Chinese teams on
playing
home
not
ground
to
for
lose.
champs?
In a
I'm excited
sense,
because I haven't
think
watched
it's
China
also
for a long
fair to
time,
say,
so it's
though,
good.
that, SGA have
It'll be
approached
fun
these
to watch
rounds
the
fairly
teams.
passive for how explosive Jamalinho can be at times. A little bit more of a group
fun when
up
I got no
here,
idea like how
though,
teams
now
are
being
looking.
sighted on the defender's side. Musashi
shot.
still moving through the
Very
map.
individual from
Cuts
Liquid.
off Purpo solo. Goes down on A with just kicks left behind. Full blind in the corner. Just about get away.
Well, the utility in the spam, so
Good
great.
reclaim.
And while the spike heading towards C, Nats tries his signature lock. And he's
great
caught
double
as well,
swing.
Hazard.
Dude, if I'm just looking at this, it
So
looks like
just
a team
that,
diff right
Liquid
now.
down to their last
Individuals
two
against the
members,
team.
Trying to navigate what is a big round for them. No money left in the bank balance. A 2 versus 5, and then gets to a point where you're thinking more about cutting your losses. Once again, every man for himself in some of these situations. Doesn't feel like there's a clear picture of what the planning is for this attack side at points.
Yeah, the attack
Well,
side is they've tried to
Nice round for them.
simplify their approach, look for
Everyone gets
avenues
3,000.
that they can approach it.
2 armor rebuys,
The
that's it.
defense have given them
Or 2
no
full loss
chance,
bonus
right?
here.
No opening,
Most likely Eagles.
resolute. And Team
gonna
Liquid's
force into
save
something.
is indicative of their approach so far.
Trying to keep
What about the meta
honest here.
that EMEA just can't
They're actually
crack?
gonna
It's
challenge
just
this
too.
sand
It's
space
just
right as
they
the
want to
bell
do everything
tolls.
perfect, man.
And we head into round number
There's
5.
there's loads of little micro things about the
An
meta for
early
sure. Like they're not
equalizer
using the
on this defender's side of
phantoms.
Lotus as
I
well.
think
Their
some of their
map
pre-planning
pick.
around
You've got to
ults.
remember the
They're like
first time
over,
we saw
but like
it,
their main thing is
for
just
them was against
like on this
GX
map here,
in their opener for
you could
play-ins,
legit
and that was
just
a real difficulty.
take a bit of C
So
pressure,
getting off to a
then you
good
could just hit
start
B
in
or something.
playoffs in front of this
Right.
crowd is
But
absolutely
EMEA teams will go
gonna
C
be a big
pressure.
boon
Now
for
we've got
their
to do all of this.
chances.
We've got to
Just
push this back
momentum,
over
right?
towards A.
Exactly.
Create vision. We've
And
got to
that's the
open the door,
difference
create
where
the question
Liquid
mark.
have
We've got to
been
break this. Look
static
like
in
we're
this
splitting over
playoffs
towards
bracket,
B.
waiting
Fake the
for that
B.
next game.
Go back over towards
I think
A.
as well,
It's like no
considering
joke in this meta.
years gone by,
I'm okay with this.
confidence always given to
Like, I'm
Team
actually just
Liquid
okay with that
starts, how
right
they
now.
would
Like,
try
you can just see
and
it.
work the pistols in their favour.
And I think that
I mean, yeah, sure, they've
when
won
you
the
have
pistol
less
and the
util,
anti-eco, but from
you're
there,
going to get caught out more and more
they've not
often.
shown as much after that.
I think it was Nats talking about just trying to find a working solution a lot of the time as well, and it's in these
Oops.
lower brackets where you're now expecting to see that. The only investment here is what was left from the previous round. It's Monster's site that they're heading into, but
But
he is
yeah, if
happy
you
to
also
offer
look at
some
stuff,
relief,
we're
gives this one up.
using the least amount of Yoru, very strong at the moment.
Playing for retake.
We're probably the
Two
worst with
rifles in the
Phoenix in
mix. It'll
terms
be
of orbs
difficult
and the
to
amount of ults we
try and
use.
get back
We
out
use about
here.
half the
Team
amount of
Liquid are
phantoms
gonna
as
try
other
and do
teams.
that, right? Playing up front.
Like
Yeah.
EMEA is just behind, man.
Just trying to
Straight
play
up.
off one another, looking for the group up here on the way back in.
Jamalinho first in, explosive as ever. SGE advantage taken. But it's still these rifles that they have to be worried about. But that's a great flash. And
Dude, they got a lot of ults on this as well. 3 people surviving, got 5 people surviving, 3 people
Liquid
surviving,
not coming
3
in
ults.
to this round with the best of tools, but they're able to find themselves a post-plant regardless. Frankfurt clinical in their execution though. That now sets them up in front. You can start to see some of the ideas here for Liquid.
One enemy
Again, the execution has left a lot to be desired so far in this game.
Americas, yeah, true. Americas doesn't use that much zero.
Again, Purple bringing out an operator. Signs of
Maybe
a
it's
much
similar between
slower
Americas
approach,
and
they're gonna
EMEA.
try and work in this operator.
Yeah.
But they're all too
I think
busy.
more than anything, just finding
trying to copy
something
Lev at the
work
moment.
off here for Liquid. Purpo had a torrid
Who
time in
banned
the
Summit?
office
Actually, he
last
did first
time
ban.
around,
Yeah.
so
And I think as well, though, that fast approach of the last round got them a site plan.
the struggle for
Like, so
Purpo
for
was
me
in the
here,
first kills
an
too,
easy
5
call,
and 9 versus
no joke.
Foot, so I think
Go get C
the
up,
op
get
is
the
gonna
Omen
offer
up,
a premium
Omen
in
out
that
here,
respect, and
split
as you
over
can
towards
see,
C. That's it.
Jamielinho has his.
it's
The
a
Raze has
big
to react. The
exchange,
Raze goes for the
just
Omen,
waiting to happen on
1v1,
C.
50-50 duo, you take sight for the 1. That's it. Like that's
SGE
how easy
have
the meta
safety
could be
of
at the
their
moment.
setup on A, of course, and have already probed away at the B main space.
And it would be
Where
fine.
is that duel?
But instead we walk out, we find an op,
And he will make
we
no
have to go
mistake.
get control everywhere.
Well, Team Liquid start to advance, accelerate towards that A site where Musashi needs to be careful as Nats is on the other side of this wall. Monster the one to check, and well, Glory's still alive here. Team Liquid still scaling well.
Sashi gonna help his players in sight a little bit here. The wall escorting them into a strong position as Liquid now look to try and make their move with this A finish. Spike already making its way into tree. It's Camo to try and lead the line. He's gone around the opposite side, but Monster is
Damn,
still
Monster,
there.
that's nuts from you.
Still shooting.
Enemy remaining.
That's a good little double swing off this as well. I think Nats is gonna, at the bare minimum, trade
No
that.
issues emulating that play-in's performance so far.
They need a timeout.
An end zone flawless that puts EINTRACHT at a point that it feels like they're untouchable.
The crowd. They went from
Team
5
Liquid just
surviving
not
into 3
showing
surviving into 5
what
surviving.
we
They just survived the rest of the half.
Yeah. And it's
Gotta
been
win like
long
4 in a
way
row
that
to break the
EINTRACHT
econ.
have had to battle to this position. The first German team to play in this arena.
Yeah, in VCT EMEA, of course. Around 20 fans or so have made the trek. It's a blend of the lucky few who are able to secure tickets and the blindly faithful that thought that this
Are you
could
watching
happen.
Sen today? Are they the first game?
Checked into
I know.
the Discord actually to see what was going on, who was coming.
I'm not
A
watching Sen today, but that'll be a crew.
1,122-kilometer round trip, some lift shares, and they have managed to secure a spot here. It's very much poetic in a sense that it's been a long journey for these players too, as you say.
Yeah, 100%. The fact that they have come all the way through not only the last chance qualifier, but the last chance qualifier play-in, right? Like, these guys didn't even make it to EMEA Stage 3. They
Wait, no, you watched
bombed
the second
out.
America
And
Games
then,
when
for
EMEA's
whatever
done,
reason,
man.
It was just a ton of
Like for the
fortune,
last
I
week of
believe,
playoffs or
that
something.
is unquenching in a way.
Sure.
You cannot even try to fathom this run. And as the deck said,
4 hours
three
sleep,
maps lost
4 times in a row.
Yeah,
And then,
look, they're on a
what,
6-map streak
18 or
right
20
now,
hour
so
days,
if
it's
they
not a
can
thing, man.
Continue to bring that forwards without any thought of failure, and that's exactly what they'll be looking
It's
for.
easier when
Liquid
it's easier when
once
it's split and
again,
EMEA
happy
is
to be
like
the villains in this one. Fast A play ripped
Alright.
off of Kix's ult.
Okay, I like this though. Something a little bit more
Mixed
decisive. We've
investment,
got
there isn't
Omen
too
all over
much to
towards it. See,
bring to the
this
table
kind of
when it
stuff
comes
is
to
there we
A.
go. It's better.
More about the post plant.
We're decisive on this one. The
And
problem
that
is
is
we now
one
got
which
to
they will
hold
be
back a
afforded
site. You're going to make a plan
5v5.
for the Razor and
Team
then
Liquid
just make sure the
always
Vice isn't
seem
going to
to
ult.
be
Most common
the
Vice ult at the
villains in
moment.
team stories.
Over towards tree.
Heroes to the
Or stairs, I
fans.
guess I should say.
As Fizzy looks to join up with the
Ignite?
forces trying to get out. It is a good ultimate back
Not
in.
bad,
Trick
not bad, not
cheeky in
bad.
his approach. The Stinger being able to get one, but players are so focused on this main approach that
Oh
Zuri
my
is
God,
coming
what's
out of
happened there?
nowhere. Jamielinho opening
Dude,
things
what's
up.
happened there?
Frankfurt up to 5. Team Liquid gave it their best bet. And Frankfurt
Bro, he's
have
got a
the
3.
answers.
Was this a low buy, but still.
The round just flips in the blink of an eye. Azuri lines a few up. Jamielinho back in with the ult. Solid ideas on Liquid. They wanted to take the fight to the defender's
Honest
side.
thoughts on Vito on
Occupy some of that
Lotus? I think
space
it's
in the
awful, mate.
stairwell.
The only way it's good is if you like
The
throw
ult
your
coming
trip
in as a
deep
counter
here
from Monster,
and you have
then
like
it
a
all
one-way
just
that stands on
dries
the
up.
top. Other than that, I just don't think it's good, man.
Might not be
It's just
game
not.
time
It's just not
here
good.
for Jamielinho,
It should be
but
good
yeah,
for
he's
holding
certainly
A
come
like
to
on
play so
on
far.
attack, but it just lacks too much on defense.
And impact felt left, right, and centre.
I think that's the big word that you attach to him as a player as well. You know, the stats aren't going to blow you out of the water. He doesn't lead in many statistics, but when it comes to finding kills at the right time, I don't think there's any better
on
player
any map.
that we've seen in recent times.
What's the point in V2, man? There's just not that much util anymore.
An angle which Monster needs to be careful of.
No one uses it good. You might as well just play chamber.
Could be conquered by Liquid, especially with this Nightfall. Musashi now tied to the hip. The Team Liquid scale still so slow. That's going to favour this tree defense.
And the spikes dropped on the other side of the door as well, so this stutter step approach from Liquid
it's a good
has
boombot,
been
man. Nuts was going to try time it
Nats
and walk
also
through.
notified in main.
Oh, that timing's incredible. They get one each.
Camo pulls
Dude, they're
the pin on the
dismantling
nade
them on
and
this map.
SGE come out swinging. Yes, Purpo will retrieve the spike, but that is the only silver lining to this. Another 4 versus 2 where Liquid have just not got started.
And look at Frankfurt, they just drop back straight away. They're like, have the site, we don't care.
Happy to play the numbers game.
Was this their timeout rounds? I mean, the last two they
15 seconds left. Liquid looking to hang
it's a little
on here
individual.
to any remaining pieces.
a little individual, and I don't know. I
shrapnel
think
in
the
their
op is absolutely
hands
wrecking them also.
As this one is going to fall right through them yet again. Coming out of the
Would
timeout,
Vita, dude,
not
Vita
feeling
would have
the
been pretty
impact
good
so
last year's
far.
meta, yeah.
And I think it's important to mention as well, on the Frankfurt side, Tony coming in as head coach at the start of that play-ins run has been
It's still
a
just
huge
like,
factor
there's still
in
just better
bolstering the
agents
ranks
though.
here.
Yeah, it has. It's changed the fortunes. It's put Frankfurt in a winning form.
I think a big talking point about the German scene in general, and we saw that with CGN when they came here in Ascension, is sometimes the lack of leadership.
Interesting about the tier 2
figures
teams, none of them seem to have a bad map. Yeah,
the team out of,
mate,
tough
I'm telling you,
spot.
tier 2 is such a gauntlet.
The Dutchman doing plenty of that.
Tier 2 is such a gauntlet that you play so many
We look
officials that you're
towards
just
that
gonna,
dark scene, and it's
you're
never
gonna get
been
every map
Frankfurt
good.
At the forefront, it's been other teams.
Otherwise you're
We
not
can come back
qualifying.
to that in a second because Team Liquid on the attack.
Another right hit.
Yeah, gonna listen into their comms right now.
Hey, mini, wow. Get up. Can you open door and you probably have a pick together?
Open door. Opening now.
Go probably have a pick, Emil.
Why is more
Nice.
I'll use my ulti. Be ready to go away. Be ready to go. Nice. Go away.
Wow. Come here, go.
Free. Go.
Give me bump.
I'm gonna keep heaven the whole round, guys. I'm gonna 1v heaven. I'm gonna keep.
I'll stay here. Give
Yeah, I'm gonna hold. I'm gonna hold.
guys, build that.
Okay, you call the blind.
Go upstairs. Down. Give me, Nikita, we can up downstairs like this.
I'm on it. You
Go, go.
blinding. All three heaven right now.
I night them heaven.
Team Liquid into post, a difficult one where, first time ever,
Ooh.
Frankfurt at a disadvantage, and Team Liquid look to compound that. Two
Big
players
distraction
to
for this
try
guy.
and clutch up Fizzy and Azuri, and an angle of approach that they've managed to work into their favour.
Smoke up.
With Fizzy being
Not
up,
this again.
exactly, a smoke on towards that spike, forcing Liquid into a position
Not
they don't
this
want to be
again.
in. So simple, but yet so effective. Frankfurt in the perfect position.
Oh, mate. 30 HP, by the way.
Once again,
So close
there's
on
a
this.
reason why he's the captain.
They could definitely get reset here.
And Liquid finally get their round after 6.
A Red Bull clutch from
Close, man.
the one you
3v5.
always expect to bail them out of these sorts of situations.
One enemy remaining.
Solid post-plant to start, but then yet again, in and amongst the chaos, it comes apart.
The Liquid come away with a war wound in the economy. Purple having to use the blades to bridge that gap in Arsenal.
Another direct piece is what they seem to be setting up for here.
Yeah, but
It has, provided
yeah,
them with post.
but there's a Vise and Viper here. This should be easy to defend.
I mean, it's a great adaptation on the Frankfurt side. Let's see if they can do anything with it. Azuri already finding the first onto Kicks. Trex there for the trade, and Camo with the showstopper adds one more. Back to an even standing, 3-on-3.
Really
SGE
nice.
trying to flood their way out from CT, but Purpo holding the line here with the blades. Fizzy
double.
in an awkward
Nice
spot,
trade.
and Purpo there for the next. All on Jamalino now.
Got
With the op already
nades.
ringing out in Waterfall, they know where he's coming from.
Oh, he read it pretty
Hang on a
well.
second. Oh,
Nicely done from
Purpo.
Purpo.
So quick
Impressive
on the
trade from
follow-up.
him.
And this injection
Close.
of pace for Liquid is exactly what they needed.
2 rounds left. and Frankfurt do not want to let this lead slip, or chance of a lead in the next half. I mean, a bit lucky when it comes to the spam on the smoke, but Azuri being cheeky, stepping into the smoke as the execution comes through. A quick-paced round that cannot be repeated because of the ultimates used. So Purple back on his
Big round again. Another round with one surviving.
But SGE unwavering in this
A reset
setup.
here would be devastating.
Has brought the Odin out, covering fire, nade in play, but Jamalino first to fall. Purpo on a bit of a tear in these last few rounds now.
As he timing, just to see the shoulder of the Cypher. This is an easy read, or what you would think is, as Frankfurt start to move bodies over, that Spike heads elsewhere. This is basically a fake that the German side are falling for.
Yeah, it looks like...
Yeah, looks like it's going to work well.
Throwing a little bit of extra utility, creating some A pressure. It's actually a B finish, which they're weighing up here, as you can see those players left behind in the lobby.
It's Purple, the one to hold on to that blue room door.
And so, while there are gaps in the SGE setup, they will now be aware that the B site is purged.
Nats is heading towards C.
And honestly, Musashi back into this retake with the Odin, it's a scary prospect. Full utility belt. How do they want to try and approach this? Because they don't have very much map control.
Gonna have to fight for it. Open the way themselves. There's gonna be no gaps here for
Should be
Team Liquid.
impossible.
It's expansive.
Yeah. Camo, the one playing on the front foot, that paranoia. Great. Camo's rifle working better! But Fizzy out of nowhere.
Low HP though.
11 points of health and Musashi's Odin.
Here we go
He's the
again.
one on the spike. He's defusing. That needs
Every
to
single
get a move
time it's
on.
just someone
Oh,
defusing
no!
a smoke.
God,
he stole it, bro. They stole it. They're very good at making sure the smoke's always alive to make sure they can smoke the spike on this.
Fool him once.
Dude,
Shame
which
on
has
Nats.
had
Fool
a
him
similar
again.
round every single time.
Well, it just shouldn't be happening. Fizzy finding himself so impactful in these late round situations.
Spam on this? Yeah, probably one should spam.
Both controllers on the Frankfurt side delivering late. And with an advantage taken from the defender's side, they're really getting pumped up now.
Smokes and clutches are busted. It's so strong.
Fizzy, the one operating now. Brilliant entry.
Did they swap
from
his
him.
op in?
It's Purple, who you said was
I'm pretty
on
sure
the
there's
shield,
it's a bit weird from SGE. They just walk by orb, even though the Rays could have got
First
ult.
time Nats gets stuck in front of the wall here.
Guess it doesn't give you any
He's got a really
cues.
interesting timing through stairs, and I think he'll be calling to the rest of Liquid to play off of it.
Yeah. Oh, TPing towards heaven. Oh, it's a bit
got the off
messy.
though.
Monster being found out there, and that's his delay.
Keep an eye on the
Trying to
3-pass
play
and
it.
push
Fizzy
behind.
does not know. He's not long for this world, but there's bodies on side for Frankfurt as they try to get back in. It's successful from Jamalino and Azuri. Treks the clutch up, Spike on his back, but he walks into the nade. That's key health gone.
That's a lot of damage, that. Zach with the
players
prime,
go
appreciate
for
the
the
3
hunt.
months. Thanks so much.
And take a moment in heaven.
A chance to let the air out of the room. The round, a chance to breathe. As Trex is still playing on site with the spike.
Oh.
Jamalino wants to peek this.
He wants this fight and he'll take it. That kill was his. Frankfurt an 8-4
8 and no
half
pistol.
has up straight back in.
And you can just feel the confidence, whether it's coming through the crowd
Zach
or
with the prime
players
again. Thanks so much for the
themselves.
3 months. Who do you think is the most
Jamalino
underrated
taking
team
that
in
so much
EMEA at the
swing in
moment?
2v1
Honestly, you might be
there.
watching it with SGE.
Tells you about
So we always
all
speak
you
about the
need
other
to
two tier
know.
2 teams, but
another man
SGE play
who's
very
had
good, man.
his part to play so far is
Even I didn't rate them
Monster.
that high, and
We
they
checked in
honestly
with
look
him
very
before
good.
the game.
Just their team plays really nice.
Monster, your performance against
Are we
Eternal
cooked? Maybe
Fire
on this
was
map, yeah.
utterly outrageous. The form that you were bringing was wild. I love the post-match interview you did where you were talking about trying to take your slightly more aggressive version of yourself from scrims and apply it in matches. What mentality are you trying to bring into the game against Liquid today?
I mean, I think it's the same, like being full confident in myself. I think also make sure that our whole team will be confident, because I think also playing in front of the crowd will be a bit slightly different than playing without the crowd, as we did now. So I think the mentality for myself is to try to make myself be comfortable, be confident, and that's it. I think that should be enough.
Have your team talked about the crowd and how the atmosphere might shift?
We haven't spoke about it yet, but we, at least right now, I'm planning to like speak to it to my team like before the match, because I think it's important to at least like get people comfortable, like what to expect, maybe what to think of, not what to think of, and yeah.
I have a strong suspicion that your fans are going to be turning out in order to support you. I think there's a strong chance that your side is maybe backing you even more than the Liquid one.
I believe it's gonna be crazy. I remember back then when we played the stage 1 or like our lands in Cologne, I think, and also Berlin. Like for example, the German fans were absolutely crazy. Like I never met a crowd like this. Even when I played back on the stage, it was nothing like these tournaments we played. So I believe the German fans today like will go wild.
Okay, well, I'm looking forward to seeing it. Good
Yeah,
luck
I
in
mean,
the
they've
game.
been pretty
Thank you
loud.
so much.
Das ist die SGE. Wir holen den VCT-Pokal und wir werden Valo-Meister. Meister!
Eintracht! Frankfurt! Eintracht! Frankfurt! Eintracht! Frankfurt! Eintracht! Frankfurt! And I've been promised by Cairo that he's going to give us his rendition of some of those chants.
No, I'm not.
Go on, then.
No, I'm not.
I thought you knew the words.
Well, one of them is easy.
Which one?
Eintracht. I've not even got. I've been absolutely punched.
Never do that again. No, I
Tried
will
to get the
not.
crowd
But I
going.
tell you what, Frankfurt will be hoping they
I thought at
can.
least Hazard would bail
Well,
him out there,
Liquids, I mean,
surely.
either of them.
Liquid
Two
needed
wins
that
away
double
from
pistol.
Barcelona, of course, and that top 4. But the German side on home soil looking the more likely as it stands. A strong start to their map pick, and
I don't think he
Purpo
sent it enough, man.
first to fall
He needed to
again.
really... The crowd didn't realize that he was addressing them, I think.
Quickened the pace, but it's Nats' sight. A spider spinning their web. But Eintracht not walking into it. They've seen kicks. A paranoia
my God.
which doesn't even get
Jeez.
back. How is that kill being found? Nats,
Is he
once
still
again,
on flash with
a
that?
quick double kill. Oh, no.
Oh, Nats, it's unlucky, man. You did so good here.
It's a 2 versus 1. Camel
Keep an eye on these
brings it to
HPs, bro.
1-on-1.
Super low. Dude, has the spike on top of the box.
He's trying to play the wraparound here.
I think though Camel has an idea.
Tablet with the prime. Thank you for the
One
7
body
months, mate.
shot
Thank you
from
for
either
that.
side.
It's Fizzy to hold on.
And he's gonna get
Very,
it.
very
He's
nice.
gonna get
I
it.
imagine
As
it's
a
done. Dude, did the Viper
Frankfurt
kill the
today.
Omen on Heaven?
Double digits on the
Omen flash?
horizon.
Or did it wear off?
Yet another round that feels like
I
Nats
feel like
and Co.
he should still be...
trying to
should still
bring
be
them
Omen
through
flash
this
there.
one, kicking and screaming. The way which he weaves around that
What is
setup
that?
is
Insane.
always brilliant to see. But there's only so much that one man can
Dude, what a
do.
round.
Purpo's been a maniac in some of these. Yet again losing his head. And
Absolutely
so,
giving it.
with not much to their name
Shorty
here,
on defense, yeah, a
it
little
has been a dream start for Frankfurt.
desperate on this
A
one. A
drought
potential
for
outlaw next
Liquids.
round might be devastating as well.
We were speaking about the pressure on this Liquid team, of course, and questions maybe whether the start of the year was them overachieving, and I think putting that into perspective now, absolutely. A loss today means that's 2 consecutive playoff stages dropped immediately out of. One of the reasons why they looked so good before was because of that duelist partnership, the Waylay Neon, one of the first pioneers for it, at least regionally. Changes to the pool, of course,
Nats
now
is
as well,
acting pretty
but
big over towards
not seeing that
CMB.
second wind that we expect in these lower brackets.
A spike so far towards a stack that you do not want to face.
Stand a bit of defaulting here, though, from SGE. It's the Prowler into
Nice and
tree.
easy from them.
Door
Same
broken,
time
free
Monster,
B
just
site.
with a bandit
From this
only.
point,
Explode over
things
towards B.
shouldn't get out of hand. And it's an eco like this, which Liquid would love to pick up.
There's his Marshall. First one pretty easy, and the next one a little bit more difficult. And remember, SGE need this as clean as possible.
Dude, I can't believe he keeps on
Just
going
one
for that.
one trade to this moment in time.
Can't afford to keep giving those ones away. 3 on 3.
It could very quickly get out of hand, but the next couple kills go in Eintracht's favour. Make them not even begin to worry. Double digits will be the scoreline.
And I'm pretty sure they can pick up the
As a
guns as
3
well.
rounds away from finishing this map out.
There might be 3 people that get one shot by an outlaw here if they want to go outlaw.
Rifle rounds won by Liquid so far in this map. Both of them coming towards the tail end of the first half. Heading into the first one here of the second. Frankfurt
I was eating a burger today and I thought, has Sliggy ever eaten a burger before? Mate,
An opportunity to
I'm not
deny
like
the
an
bonus.
alien,
I'm
bro.
looking at this Marshall from Monster.
I've eaten a burger in my life.
Nothing of value. Same opening though from the attack.
Actual alien treatment.
And this time they put a player into tree though. Jamalino so far
God,
ahead
they
of the
didn't
line.
think they would even
Trex caught
take it.
sleeping at the wheel.
Because what, it's too early or
That's the
something?
A-site open. Purpo's going to try and follow this one up. But as much as he would like to, he has been... What? Shut the door straight in his face.
Where a Liquid go?
Insta saving.
Is this a 4-player
Yeah, it's an
save?
insta
This is a
save.
4-player save, Hazza.
Against the bonus?
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, that if this doesn't tell you where this Liquid team have slumped down to, I don't know what does. Now, on the one hand, if they felt like the situation was unwinnable, yeah, don't bother.
I say
But
tell me how he
at
didn't.
the
I say
same
Strider
time,
with the 23 months.
one kill has won the
I
round
think
for
EMEA
Frankfurt.
is lacking behind because of their
it's not
CS
as if
history.
Frankfurt were totally
I mean,
in control
definitely
of that situation.
affects
Still had to set up post plan.
the amount of players that play the game, I guess. But I think we have the talent here. I don't think it's a talent issue, personally. Maybe the only thing that's a talent issue is like
And that's something else,
IGLs,
right?
I would
Belief
say.
in their system. And actually,
I don't think that's
some of these lesser weapons hoping that
it's
they
maybe
get
why we
dropped
get less
towards
viewers.
the end there.
That's about it.
Musashi running it down.
Is this a valid save? I get the idea.
Frankfurt
You
very
don't want to give
much
them too many
setting the
upgrades as well.
tempo and the
4v5,
tone
you're probably not going to win.
of this opening map so far. Speaking of control, they the ones in the driver's seat. And the player there that we just saw as the point man of the push, the star player for Frankfurt, the 16-year-old Jamalino, his first Challengers match on January 10th this year.
Yeah.
But what growth we've seen since then.
Yeah, I mean, me and you got to see him all the way back in Blender, and he seemed like a promising prospect back then, but has since
Our
that
coaches,
point
yeah, a lot of
matured
regions,
a lot, but
a lot of
still not the
regions have
finished
some EMEA
product.
coaches.
Definitely another level that we've seen in this VCT stage.
And again, it sort of comes back to the way that Frankfurt have been operating as a club.
What
The
difference does
professionalism
seeding
they're
make for
trying to
champs?
instill in their
Not too
players
much.
throughout that system. The names like
In
Azuri
champs, you
that
get
they've
4 groups, and it
consistently built
consists of
towards 100 appearances
first
for
seed,
him,
second seed, third seed, fourth seed.
respectively as
It's
well.
just different per
And that
region.
they've seen this young individual with plenty of talent.
It's not as bad as
promised
it's been other
to
years.
him that
Like most years,
they're
I would
gonna
say
take
kind of
him all the
mattered.
way, and
This
that's
one,
what
not so
we've
much.
seen,
Everyone's
right?
pretty
He had
decent.
so many offers, Job Life, UCAM, he even played for CGN as well.
Yeah.
In the, no, another one of those dark names.
Maybe got like
That's it, right? I
4
was
teams
talking about it
that
earlier.
are probably a tier
Eintracht
above some of the
Frankfurt
others, but
are not the side always
I still
winning
think you can
dark.
beat them. I don't think like the gap's that big.
CGN, it's all these other names that have always.
Did you see the full sense post interview?
represented.
Yeah.
I mean, we think of
I thought it was
CGN
good.
2 years ago.
They handled it well.
Frankfurt that's made it all the way here. The ones that could take Dark to levels we've never seen.
Some of the liquid stuff is off, though, I will say. Do they expect rubber?
Team
Okay.
Liquid, though.
Dude, like even here, like we spam before the boom bot. Like obviously they're going to take a timing after the boom bot. You would spam after the boom bot.
Eintracht.
I feel like some of the team
Another
play
kill that
stuff, man.
They just shouldn't have had. Camo's rocket good. This is just a death match now. And
Musashi with a death gets his
11 points of
ult for next
health
round, though. He can.
begins to retreat.
I mean, it is winnable with Purpo being
Yeah,
low.
another one of those legendary German names. Yeah, but a very tall task for him here, especially with Nats still having set up towards the C site. And he's going to catch wind of this nice and early. 11 HP. Not much Musashi was going to
nice.
do about that one. So Liquid
This is a hard round here.
on the
Up,
board, and
up
I
against the
like
fatal.
approach from them here, all things considered. That double insert towards Rubble, catching SGE off guard.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with EINTRACHT Frankfurt, their attacks have always started on A for the most part, and Team Liquid have given us nothing to stop that. First time we've seen them actually combat that point. And then the B pivot, thought about Team Liquid starting to read into Frankfurt's game.
It's nice to see them with a few more fail-safes. Protocols, perhaps, as to how these rounds are played, and already 4 bodies here stationed either side of the C door.
The
For either
the
a
double
quick
duelist
rotate to
comp. Giving up A is
trap
like,
on B or C.
gets hard,
It's
man.
Monster to
Once
walk
you give up
into
all of
that
this
door.
space, once you block
Needs to
here,
be careful.
once these question marks start
By
getting
himself,
created,
the
it's
spike
a nightmare.
couriered in the hands of Musashi, second prowler to be used, has the Nightfall to clear out this space. If he feels it's necessary, it's just a simple blind in, and Purpo dispatched, sent
Damn,
back
that's
to
a
the
lot
B
of
site.
util for this.
For a prowler, they've got so
On
much
A, they realize
utility
they can
back
take a
at
lot of
them.
space. They've worked out the setup.
Opening up a route to A, but it almost
Starting
feels
to
as if
do a
this is what
scatter nade
Liquid
for
want,
the
ushering
trip.
them towards the direction of Nats with numbers behind. The black, white, and red now considering their options.
Banana Fizzy,
It's a
they might walk
slow
into him.
scour of A.
Oh, he's shooting.
But it's always going to be Nats at the end of the tunnel. You've got to beat, and Musashi.
See what I mean though about it
finds
being
his
like a little
opposite
individual
number.
when you watch Liquid.
Jamelinho there as well, and the spike now going down.
Oh, a quick re-clear, and that's a big kill from Purple.
Liquid trying to kick back down the door. Jamelinho still pertinent, poignant in the round on the line with this op. Showstopper up if he needs it, and it's a round which would almost kill every chance for Liquid. Kick sending a smoke back in, it'll plume in front of the lens. Jamelinho has to take an extra step forward if he wants to fight this, but the setup should be secure. Ironclad is A. Kicks making some moves, but
Oh,
it's a fake
God, he got
TP
owned
from
by the
Fizzy.
fake TP.
Showing a bit of style towards the end of this one.
Annihilated on this map.
Taken for Frankfurt,
A7 goes at it.
and almost out of sight on map 1. Oh, look at that from Trex.
Yeah, I mean, frustration. That's the only word that could be said here. 7 rounds a gap. I mean, that's what all the challengers teams have been saying when they've looked at this, Hazard, is that it feels like the tier 1 teams are so scared to lose against us. Another quick opening towards the C site, and it's once again Nats who EINTRACHT are trying to track down.
Hunting in numbers here. As it's just an early question mark. Pressure created.
I mean, they can't play
yet
this
to
passive with double
explode
duelist comp.
out from Mound. Jamelinho has the ult, and
It's
early
done.
on, the showstopper is always going to be a threat of a site execution.
Wearing the jersey. I wore the jersey last time and we lost, so I'm trying the not. I'm trying the no jersey.
Oh, the stack of bodies move into what is a trap play. Fizzy clears out a big kill. Gonna get
At
the
one point, I
rocket
just have to
that does
accept it's not me, I think.
connect. Team Liquid much more reserved, or Kix isn't, sending it straight into his own smoke. Trying to create a fortress in which to play. To spam out any spike
they're not even
plants
considering
attempted. Fizzy
in the
walks straight
smoke.
into this, and Team Liquid straight away pounce on this. A trap finally activated. The
Papa did
sheriff
so
down,
good, I didn't
the
see a
rifle
faster swing
shot.
after that.
Jamelinho needs to explode like he normally does, but rifle back in his hands does not collect anything. It's Azuri.
Very,
He's
very
not
nice
going
in
to
this.
find much. Team Liquid
God, Papa did
into
so
this
much
lead,
on this.
but like by only
Even
one
enabled
round.
them to get
6
kills
more
backside
to
as
go.
well.
If Liquid want to even bring this to an overtime as it stands, credit where it's due to Purpo in this retake. Finds the first kill and then just goes flying up into the air. A bait which Kix can try and trade off of. And some signs of team play here in the retake. It has to translate to something more though. SGE with only Sheriffs, but 4 strong at the A barrier.
Yeah, they're ready to brawl, but I don't think
Have you
this
ever
is
clocked
the
that you and
side
Magnus
of the map you
Carlsen are
want to do
co-workers?
Set
Not
utility
really, I
from
guess. I haven't really
Liquid
thought about
already
it.
fled, however.
Have you asked him the same question,
Very
or?
advanced position trying to contain
I'm
this.
joking. My ego's not quite there.
that. It looks good. It's brought Camel out of his position, but still a kill in their side. You can see Monster trying to investigate B, where Nats has once again spun his web.
2 traps, in fact, to try and catch the crosshair. Jamelinho 2 satchels to that endeavor, and he's brought support with him. Trex is trying to take a solo peek out. Nats
Guys, don't get
attempting to
ecoed.
support this, but the pistols just finding kills regardless. Health bar's low though.
Purple starting to make his approach into waterfall. Jamalino wins out, but it's the players out of blue room. That spike in no man's land, Team Liquid's land. The SGE have to try and approach.
Why did it feel like when he landed with the jump, there was like a second? It felt like everything was in slow-mo.
They know they have spike, and it's an impossible spot.
Like a second before anything happened.
Get back. So this reserved position has a very hard to win against.
Yeah, dropping deep just to force SGE to cut this out.
Last player standing.
Swing out. Jamalino brings it to a 1-on-1.
Holy bro, they got eco'd at the end.
And a motor thrifty.
Yeah, I mean, SGE are just better at this map. What can you say? They played so much better together.
The first ever team to house a German player in the VCT.
Said they had a better comp as well. That helps.
An organization that come to town